Anyway, everybody, I want to get down to business tonight because I am tired as hell, and I don't know how long this stream will be. Now, I was tired as hell the last time we streamed this because I sleep like 8 hours a night, and I'm still always tired. It's ridiculous. Life's a bitch. But last time we were on this, which again is the 2009-2010 Snipe and Score flashback roster with the Tampa Bay Lightning. I put the jersey. Yeah, we put the Stamkos jersey up. There you go. I did a dumb. I accidentally did a dumb in my tired stupor that made me look stupid. And we're probably going to pay for it. I managed to acquire Blake Wheeler from Boston. But in doing so, big dummy that I am, I accidentally gave up my first round pick this year, which defeated the purpose of trading pieces away, i.e. tanking. I thought it was next year's first. It is this year's first. But at least we have Blake Wheeler, I guess. Like I don't know. So it's gonna be interesting to see how the rest of this season pans out. Because I'm dumb. Your brain got overwritten by EA Logic. Yeah. So again, right now we're at 29, 27, and 5. In terms of the record, if we look at points percentage, thankfully, out of the 30 teams, we are closer to mid-table. We need to stay there. That pick cannot end up being a top 5 pick, or it's a disaster. An absolute disaster. So we need to hope these boys can win a couple of hockey games here. We need to hope. The Lions right now, we have LeCavalier, Baby Stamkos, and Martin St. Louis, Ryan Malone with Blake Wheeler, and Teddy Purcell, Mark Parrish, Ryan Craig, and Stefan Veilleux, Todd Fedoruk, Zenon Konopka, and Adam Hall. Oh boy. At least I have Blake Wheeler. It did. It did, yeah. And then the defense is interesting because it's Victor Hedman, Matthias Ohlund, Andre Massaros, Chris Chelios, Alec Martinez, and one Matt Walker, who's better than that. He's just mad because I've been playing him in the AHL this year. And the goalies are Corey Crawford, who we acquired from Chicago at the deadline, and Michael Neuvirth. So it was a good trade deadline, with the exception of one mistake. But we'll overcome. The big question is, how do we do over this next month? And if this team ends up just having the bottom falling out after the deadline. We beat Atlanta 5-1. Lost to Montreal. Lost to Boston. Lost to Chicago. Beat Philadelphia. Beat Columbus. Adam Hall gets hurt. You hate to see that. That's okay. Beat Pittsburgh. We're doing okay. We're looking all right here. I mean, we're not going to get Tyler Seguin or Taylor Hall, but that's okay. That is okay. Oh, yeah, we were past the deadline. I couldn't move Blake Wheeler once I acquired him. Couldn't do it. Oh, goodness. We beat Arizona, or Phoenix at the time. Okay, it looks like we're still hovering around 500 enough that the Blake Wheeler accidental acquisition isn't going to totally screw me over. Thank God. Let's see. Lose to Dallas, lose to Toronto, beat Boston. Lost to the Rangers, that's okay. We're still right around 500. Got pooped on by Pittsburgh. Lost to Toronto and Phoenix. Oh, boy. We have 5 games left this season. Where are we at standings-wise? Where are we at? I mean, we're second to last in our division. That's fine. Looks like the Sharks are going to be the top team in the league. Ooh, oh boy, we've fallen a little bit. We've fallen a little bit. 24th, technically 23rd in the league on points percentage. Shit. Oh, no. Oh, this is gonna haunt me, isn't it? Sure, Boston won't get 1 and 2 in the draft. There's basically nothing I can do about the Lions either. Okay. Bump up Adam Hall. Oh, goodness. AJ, not too many thoughts, really. It's cool if they finally did it, but yeah. Doesn't move the needle for me anymore. It would have like 15 years ago when I would have cared, you know. Wheeler Stamkos goes absolutely crazy. Think of the leadership. Think of the leadership. All right, we need to win like 3 out of 5 here. Okay, beat Toronto, lost to Philly. That's okay. That's okay. How good's Florida? 40-win team? Ugh. How good is Washington? We beat Washington, or we beat Florida. Washington's a 44-win team. Shootout loss? Okay. All right. Godspeed, I'm so sorry. And New Jersey's a 45-win team to end the year. Lost to the Devils. Okay. 37, 39, and 6. Shout out to Wildcatter on the 8 months on the primer. Welcome back. And we at least finished significantly above the Thrashers. I'd like to hope that would be the case. Let's see. We finished 4th out of 5 in our division. President's Trophy goes to the Sharks. I don't even have to look at points percentage anymore. We finished 23rd over Edmonton on tiebreaker. There's a chance the Bruins are going to have themselves a hell of a draft, thanks to me. We'll see what happens with our pick. It's not top 5 projected from a lottery perspective, but oof. And of course, the Maple Leafs dead last. We know that team is just absolutely atrocious. I'm just trying to walk through
this fucking grass.
Atrocious. Shout out to Zebra. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. All right, we'll obviously take a look at the playoffs and everything like that momentarily. Let's see how the boys did to wrap up the season. Not great. Not great. I mean, the Cavalier just 63 points, 36 goals. Son Louis on 58 points. Shout out to Cynical on the 2 years, the 24 months.
Highly unnecessary.
My goodness, my goodness. Ask you a franchise question. Feel free. I look forward to seeing if it's actually a question or a troll attempt, in which case I at least still appreciate the follow before the trolling. Let's see, Baby Stamkos, 57 points. I mean, Blake Wheeler finished the year with 55 points. 16 points in 21 games. Like, I think he could be an effective player for us. It's just, what did I trade him for? 54 points for Ryan Malone. Ryan Craig had 30 points. Jesus. And Stefan Veilleux had 26. I mean, we kind of, you know, had that moment of like, well, someone's got to put up points on this damn team. Stefan Veilleux did. Only 22 points for Victor Hedman. 18 to 19 years old this season, but that's a bit rough. And we had, what, 48? Yeah, 48-year-old Chris Chelios was playing. So, was it my phone or is the camera not in sync? We'll try now. We'll see. We'll see. How's it feel to be Brian Burke in 2010? Look, I had 2 goalies with a 900 save percentage. I'll be just fine. For relocation, I got approved for it. I made all the jerseys and stadiums in the offseason, but it's already the start of the second season and everything's the same. Does it take a while to relocate? Chat, does anybody know the answer to that? Because I never end up doing in-franchise relocations. You guys know me, I always just make expansion teams. It might be the year after, would be my guess. I'd like to think that's the case, but I can't say with certainty. Ooh, maybe we should go back to high shooting, by the way. Maybe we should. If Malkin led the league on 113 points, let's do that right now before I even forget. Yeah, Zebra, hopefully it's just a matter of simming another season and then it goes through. Wasn't there one Madden run where you moved yearly? Yes, and I broke the game. So, you know, I don't recommend doing that. Yeah, we'll put the shot engine shooting back on high. Scoring was a little bit low. All right, let's look at the league leaders again here. 89 points from Razor.
Oh, jeez. Highly unnecessary.
Razor, I'm glad you're here. I was just talking about a few minutes ago how I had to pick up some stuff from my parents' house. I had some stuff in storage, and they were like, no, take it out of storage, just keep it at our house, whatever. And I got my 6 boxes worth of mostly wrestling media, VHS, DVD, Blu-ray, totally legal options as well. Razor, I know you'll appreciate this because I sent it to Crash Andrews. He's just like, what the fuck is this? And why is it 4 discs? But you'll be happy to know I'm the proud owner of the TNA Wrestling Jeff Jarrett King of the Mountain box set. 4 discs of Breewu, baby! 4 whole discs where he never fucking loses. Jeff Jarrett, 2002 to 2008, that motherfucker never lost. Modern day wrestling fans complained about like Roman Reigns and shit. He's got nothing on Double J. Nothing. Fucking nothing. Anyway, back to the hockey. Evgeny Malkin and Sidney Crosby are beasts. Jaromir Jagr and Rick Nash worked out very, very well in Columbus. No surprise. You had Iggy up there. A lot of the combinations that you would have expected. Rick Nash led the league in goals on 58. And that was on medium shooting. So Jesus Christ, he's going to score. He's going to be Austin Matthews in this run. Now that the shooting is higher up. But yeah, 46 goals for Ovi. Let's take a look at the defenders. Dan Boyle. Man, Mike Green really disappointed. Only 54 points. Dan Boyle on 63. Drew Doughty on 60. And he had Lidstrom on 58. Who was the top goal scorer? Shea Weber, boy, let me tell you. A good Canadian kid plays the game the right way. Kovalchuk was the dude on the Thrash back. Indeed. And then the Devils, and then illegal contract, and went back to Russia, and then came back over here, and he had a whole career. Again, season 1, rookies aren't going to matter. Everyone counts as a rookie because everyone's created. So, 44 wins for Antti Niemi. Shutout leaders, Ilya Bryzgalov in Phoenix and Antti Niemi. Wow, even though the shooting wasn't that high up, the save percentages were still lower. I mean, best starter was Antti Niemi at just a .918 save percentage. Martin Brodeur was up there. What a weird season, stat-wise, across the league. It makes very, very little sense. But it is what it is. It is what it is. And we are not in the playoffs. Which is perfectly fine, except we don't have our first round pick. Let's not talk about that. Playoff brackets. You can see on the right. You got Pittsburgh in Florida, Montreal, Ottawa, Washington, Buffalo. Look at Buffalo. New Jersey and the New York Rangers. And you got San Jose and Vancouver, Chicago, Anaheim, Calgary, LA, Phoenix, and Nashville. So we'll see what happens here. We'll see, but obviously we're going to be able to get to our first off season sooner rather than later. So See what we can do. It all comes down to that draft lottery. How badly did I accidentally shoot myself in the foot? It all comes down to that draft lottery. So, oh, goodness. MLB made me hate this song. How dare you, though? How dare you? That's my response. How dare you? All right, let's take a look here. So it's a generated dude right now, Rick McGillis at the top, but then it's Hall, Sagan, Tarasenko, Stone. I think Snipe mentioned there was one mistake in the draft class. That's that Ryan Murray is a year further back than he's supposed to be. That just came to mind in terms of looking at the class. Buffalo and Florida. Wow, it is San Jose and Buffalo in the Cup final, and the San Jose Sharks have won the Stanley Cup. Literally heading into this challenge, I said they were the team to beat. We had that whole conversation about were they the most disappointing team of the past 25 years. And one season in, the Sharks have won the Stanley Cup. Over Buffalo, no less. There you go. The 2010 Stanley Cup champions. It's not Chicago. It's San Jose. There it is. There it is. There it is. Shout out to Buffalo, by the way. Pulling off a couple of upsets. Man, the semifinals in the East ended up being the 6 versus the 8 seed. That's insane. And, of course, the Toronto Marlies ended up winning the Calder Cup, so maybe the Leafs aren't totally screwed in the future. But taking a look at the Sharks, led by Joe Thornton, Danny Heatley, Joe Pavelski, Patrick Marleau, Dan Boyle. I mean, like, dude. That's ridiculous. That is a ridiculous, ridiculous roster. With Evgeny Nabokov in goal. There you go. San Jose. Get the job done in Season 1. While Evgeny Malkin has won the Art Ross. He also won the Hart Trophy. Dan Boyle wins the Norris. Malkin also won the Calder, because again, everyone's listed as a rookie. Joe Thornton wins the Conn Smythe. Antti Niemi the Vezina, as well as the Jennings. Adam Foote the Masterton. LA's coach won the Jack Adams. Anton Vermette wins the Selke. Okay. Kenny Malky the Ted Lindsay Award. And Rick Nash the Rocket Richard. In the AHL, Marlies as champs. You had Colin Fraser put up the most points. Alexander Giroux was league MVP, as well as the top goal scorer. Colin Fraser, top rookie. Brian Rodney, top defenseman. Michael Neuwirth was the top goalie, even though he was on my NHL roster post-deadline. Luca Capote, the MVP of the Marlies in their championship efforts. That guy's going places. Shout out to Luca Capote. Get ready. Get ready, league. Here comes Luca Capote. Let me get some good news before I inevitably get some bad news here. So for the goalies, improvement still for Corey Crawford. Not much for Neuwirth. Anders Lindback gets a little bit better. Nothing really from Tokarski. Nothing really from Antti Ranta. Defensively, Oland improves. Hedman improves, as you'd like to think. Alec Martinez got better. In the system, TJ Brennan, Sammy Vatanen, Mark Barberio, Alex Biega. The only notable improvements. Blake Wheeler got better. He's up to an 86. Any noteworthy rules? No. I wish. I might not have done a dumb trade otherwise. And then in the system, Craig Smith, who we picked up from Nashville. Richard Panik, if you prefer. Looking okay. Left wing side, Todd Fedoruk got better. Ryan Malone at 30 got a little bit better. We also got some improvements from Carl Hagelin. Some big improvements from Alex Kaloran. That's a good sign. A little bit of improvement from Rob Klinkhammer. Marcus Foligno got a bit better. And then for the centers, not much natural improvement from Stamkos. That's a bit scary. Konopka and Ryan Craig both got better. Marcus Johansson gets a bit better. I said I was looking for good news. I don't think that was particularly good news. Let's have it be worse now. What are the draft lottery results? Actually, you know what? Hold on. There we go. New salary cap. Do we have anybody that needs to be re-signed? Let's see. All expiring. Anders Lindback will have to be signed. Chelios' deal is up. David Hales. Blake Wheeler is going to be an RFA. Mark Parrish, Stefan Veilleux, Ryan Craig. Okay, there's really nobody I absolutely have to worry about. So, okay, let's get the bad news out of the way. Let's see how badly I screwed myself by accidentally acquiring Blake Wheeler. Oh, thank God. Okay, it's not great, but it's not terrible. There was no movement whatsoever. So we inevitably traded the 8th overall pick for Blake Wheeler. I'm not saying that's great, but it's not horrific. It's not. Toronto has the 1st overall pick as well, so this will be interesting. Trade the pick back? Well, we're going to see. How did you accidentally trade for Blake Wheeler? Oh, it's the actual TJ Brennan. Okay, I was like, what the fuck? How'd you accidentally trade for Blake Wheeler? I intentionally acquired him. I accidentally traded this year's 1st round pick for him instead of next year's. That was the problem. That was the problem. But, all right. It is draft time. Let's see what type of damage we can do here as we try to get this team into shape. Anybody want to trade a pick in the top 5? No. We could move up to pick number 6, though, with Detroit. So first and foremost, the good news is we have 3 seconds, 2/3. So we do have some extra picks to work with. So goalie-wise, Crawford. If I can flip Corey Crawford, I should look into it. A 3rd round pick in Matt Pelech. A 4th in Plant. A 3rd in Matt Halischuk. I should probably keep Corey Crawford then. Antti Ranta, though, nobody wants him. Can I trade Dustin Tokarski? Nope. Can I flip Michael Neuwirth? No. Okay, great. Good start. Defensively, Matthias Ohlund's going nowhere. Like I said, I'm going to respect that contract for a little bit. He has no clauses on the deal, which is nice. But I do hate to immediately trade away every problematic contract. I could get the 29th overall pick for him. 22nd. RJ Umberger. The signing rights to Alex Radulov. The 20th overall. Mike Hoffman. So, got an update on relocation. Asked me to set price, so it's happening. All right, Zebra, I'm glad it worked out. Thank you for the primer. I don't feel like I was particularly helpful at all, but I am glad that it worked out.
Taste the goodness of the biscuit.
We'll see about trading Matthias Ohlund. We have the rights to Sammy Vatanen. That's fine. Martinez is fine. Mazzaros is, solid. Can we get anything from Mark Barberio? A 6th rounder? A 5th rounder? You also called him a potential troll. You never know. The best I can get from Mark Barberio is a 5th rounder, but he's already 20 and he's only mid-60s. We'll take it. We'll see Barberio later. We'll send him to Montreal. TJ Brennan, can I get anything for you? Dwight King, Andrei Loktionov, or Jordan Nolan. I love me some TJ Brennan. I really do. Maybe I can actually teach TJ Brennan in this timeline how to be an NHL caliber defender. Maybe I can. Maybe I can. I'm keeping TJ Brennan. I don't even care. I don't even care. We're keeping him. Can I get anything for Ty Wishart? No. Can I get anything for Alex Biega? No. First overall pick to Toronto. Generated dude Rick McGillis. The United States of Russia. There he goes. I don't think there's going to be any defenders I can trade. Can I trade the rights to Chris Chelios? Nope. God, we really did. Oh, no, the Leafs have Phil Kessel. They do. Twins, what's going on, dude? Man, I stripped away most pieces I could off of this team already. If I were to flip Blake Wheeler... Okay. A first, a second, and the signing rights to Alex Radulov. But then there's also... Cynical, you can't flip draft picks on custom rosters. I'm going to have to see who's available with that 6th overall pick. We might even be able to pull off the trade without having to flip Blake Wheeler. I mean, Radulov's 23 and an 84. Wheeler is 23 and an 85, so it is very close. That is very close. It is tough to say that trade right there isn't worth it. And then use the 28th to trade up to 6th. You know? I like Blake Wheeler. I like him a lot. He is really good right now, too, for this game, but damn. I mean, Radulov as a sniper, his shot isn't quite as good as I'd want it to be. But I'm going to double check some other trades because that one's not exactly pressed for time. We know San Luis not going anywhere. Craig Smith, if I could flip him, shout out to Menacing Bunny on the primer. Thank you very much for that. Redeem Verbata? Third round pick and Brian Strait. How good's Redeem Verbata right now? Shadowstalker, what's going on? 82, a sniper. Hey, he's not bad. He's just your like solid middle 6 forward that we are going to need. I really don't hate this trade. Craig Smith for Redeem Verbata. You know, you got a deal. You got a deal, Phoenix. You got a deal. Welcome in Redeem Verbata. Underrated player of his day. Any restrictions on this? Nah, just messing around for now. Can I get anything for Adam Hall? Kyle Comiskey or Brian Lashoff? We'll be keeping Adam Hall. As Taylor Hall is heading to Atlanta with the 2nd overall pick. Taylor Hall is a thrasher. What's exact versus high, medium, or low? Exact just means that is what they are. Typically, you start to see that capped at like age 26, 27. If it's not exact, it just means they're young enough that, you know, they could still get better. Are you going to impose a tariff on Canadians, or you haven't? Yeah, I might. You never know. The wild card, you'll never know what might happen. I knew what you meant, Shadow. So you're all good. I guess I'll just... New to the game. Is he good? I'm not sure if you asked if I'm new to the game, am I good? In which case, no, I'm not new, but no, I'm not good. Or if you're new to the game and is the game good, in which case I'd say, eh. Medium elite, it's like a medium chance of being an elite. Yes. Oh, it was a joke about Taylor Hall. Oh, I gotcha. I am a tired man tonight, so some of the sarcasm is just gonna go right over my goddamn head. Ryan Malone's going nowhere. Ooh, Alex Killorn. Can I flip Alex Killorn? 2nd round pick and Pellick, Scott Hannon. Korshak, Corey Stillman, Mietnin, third or fourth, and Jeff Tambolini. Adrian Coyne, Derek Morris, 2/3 for Killorn. We really can't get that much for Killorn. About the best we can do is a second-round pick, which is okay, but not insane. Can I flip Teddy Purcell? Actually, do I want to flip Teddy Purcell?
Here comes a piece.
Jose, 25.
Oh,
Beautiful. Ooh.
Jeez.
You know, Teddy Purcell could be a decent playmaker for us.
Patriots jacket, and of course
What's he worth? What's he worth? Jose, though, thank you very much for the 25. Very, very much appreciated. Ooh, Brian Dumoulin. Main zone. Third round pick. I mean, we can get some assets for Killorn and Purcell, but nothing crazy. Carl Hagelin might not pan out in this timeline. I mean, Matthew Lombardi. Tyler Seguin is a star. It was meant to be. Tyler Seguin drafted 3rd overall by the Dallas Stars. Which means the Louis Eriksson trade never happens. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Let's see. Kyle Clifford's looking okay. Blake Jeffreyon. Can I get anything for you? Brian Strait. Straight Mills, what's going on, dude? Take a look at Brian Strait here. 73 at 22. Ugh. All right. And there's definitely some options, but nothing crazy. Unfortunately. Can I get anything for the signing rights to Stefan Veilleux? No, I cannot. So then the centers. I got anything for Blair Jones? Got me some limited options here. Holy. Okay. Well, first things first, let's go talk to Detroit about that 6th overall pick. See what it's going to take. Well, they don't directly want to give it up, apparently. If I say I'll trade Blake Wheeler, though, they would do it alongside Joachim Anderson. Or there was this trade with Nashville, a first, a second, and Radulov was very, very close to a Wheeler replacement. Who is going to be available with that 6th overall pick? We might not have to trade up as high as 6 to get somebody that we like. So presumably here, Boston takes Tarasenko. Stone goes, it would probably be Artemi Panarin. Okay. That's rough. He's going to take some time to develop, though, man. 5 years out. I mean, it makes sense. It's kind of emulating like how long it took him to come over to the U.S. Then there's like Pavel Vorobev, but again, it's a generated dude. Where's the fun in that? Which means the next real dude to take would be Jeff Skinner, who's a little bit more NHL ready, but his ceiling is going to be lower. There goes Tarasenko to Boston. I don't think we do that trade with Detroit. I don't think we do. I like Panarin, but it's going to take him a while to develop. Maybe if Mark Stone was there. So we looked at Jeff Skinner. What's going on with Cam Fowler? Fowler's also closer to being NHL ready, but he'll have a lower ceiling. Then you got like Ryan Johansson, Niederreiter, Justin Falk. So I think even like 10th. Philly is willing to trade at 9. And then after that, it would have to be Vancouver at 16. Let's go take a look at Philly and what they might want to do for that 9th overall pick. Son of a bitch. What is Vancouver interested in? Son of a bitch. It was available later on. We're talking like 20s. Kevin Hayes, Andre Palat, Brian Rust, John Klingberg, Radko Gudas, Charlie Coyle. So in theory, we could trade Blake Wheeler for Alex Radulov, Charlie Coyle, in a second, which would be pretty good. And otherwise, second round, you're looking at like Alexander Burmistrov, Eric Branson, Devontae Smith-Pelly, Mark Pysyk, Ryan Spooner. Oh, boy. Evgeny Kuznetsov, probably because he's a low elite. At least I presume. Okay. Hedman Gufferson would be amazing. Amazing's one way to phrase it. Second round isn't too crazy. Not necessarily. Yeah, Philly was offering the 9th overall pick, a 3rd, and Pat Maroon. So it would be Blake Wheeler for Jeff Skinner, Patrick Maroon, and a 3rd. Blake Wheeler for Alex Radulov, Charlie Coyle, and a 2nd. Or Panarin, but again, it has Panarin set up as to where he's not going to be NHL ready until like he came over in real life, so that's not worth it. Oh, man. Okay. Well, Columbus at 5 takes Mark Stone. We're not going to trade up to the 6th. I'm just going to decide if I want that 9th pick or not for Jeff Skinner. Detroit ends up taking Artemi Panarin. Yeah, he's a 56. Bert Crown, did you finally stop streaming? I had to rage you a couple of times when you were passed out on your couch. What's going on, buddy? How have you been? I'm sure most people know to follow Bert Crown. 88 here on the Twitch side of things. Especially if you're an Ultimate Team person, which I am not, as you are well aware. Really quickly, before we see who Boston takes with our pick, there is one more thing I need to do. I need to look around the league and see who is being shopped and for what. Tomas Kaberle. 2 seconds and redeem for Bada. Ugh. Mojo, no. Maybe there's a little upgrade on defense. If I thought we could be competitive, that would be a trade to take. I mean, Boston Bruins legend Thomas Kaberle, you know? That wouldn't be the worst trade to look at for Kaberle. Vancouver has Kevin Connaughton. Anaheim, Peter Holland. No. Let's see, is gem player on 33 on the draft board? Noted. I still don't find that taking gems often is worth it, though. But other people always tell me they have much better luck. Ooh, Rich Peverly. Bruins legend. Yeah, Mazzaris isn't going to happen. Martinez, a 2nd, a 3rd, and Carl Hagelin. Killorn and 2 7ths isn't bad, given Killorn's dev pattern. Peverly is signed through next year. Great skater, just a really good 2-way player. Got quick draw, even though his faceoffs are only 75. Peverly's not bad. Boston, of course, has Matthias Ekholm. Well, I flipped it, and they also have Jake Gardner, which is great. No trade offers for him. Okay. Buffalo. I mean, I like Paul Byron, but we'd be aiming for higher than that. Thomas Tatar. Tatar would be nice. Mazzaros. Jesus, Martinez. Vatanen. Yeah. What about Brian Dumoulin? A 5th rounder and Walker. Jesus, I didn't notice how long Walker was signed for. Or Teddy Purcell. I mean, Walker is just a depth. Was he really signed for that long? I mean, I'll take it. I mean, but again, I do like to try to stay loyal to some of the bad contracts. It's not even necessarily a bad contract. It's just a long contract. He's just a cap whale for me. Yeah, fuck it. 5th round pick, Matt Walker to Carolina for Brian Dumoulin. We can do that. Generated dude, Vorobev. Yeah, he was signed for that. That's stupid. No disrespect to Matt Walker. Good for him and his agent, but good lord. Let's see. I tried. Okay. You know, every once in a while, you just got to make a good manual trade, even though I like to use Trade Finder more often than not. Just go ahead and right this wrong, shall we? Sorry to Carter Ashton. You are out of here. And everybody else I kind of want to keep. Who else can we move on from? Signing rights to Ryan Craig. Chicago, why you got to be difficult? Why? Why you got to be difficult? Why? Take Alex Biega. Oh, take draft picks, you bastards. Have a 7th. Thank you. Thank you for that. Well, we'll see how Boston's about to ruin my life, and then I really got to make a decision about that potential Philly trade. And if Jeff Skinner is the guy for us.
Here comes the pizza.
Look, JD, 36 months. Welcome back, Mr. Morris.
That with the Patriots
like
jacket, and of course he's been asked to leave the ball for ruining a good piece of pizza.
I want to acquire Scott Hannon. No, I don't. RJ Umberger? That's not a bad deal for Umberger. What's the cost? Expensive. Oh, we're not going to go for moves like that until I know for sure if we need those picks or something else. Gus Nyquist is out there. 70 at 20 is okay. It's not amazing. Bunch of veterans off of Florida. JD, how you doing tonight, though, man? Eric Sidlichky's not bad. Antti Miettinen. In terms of prospects, yeah, Desharnais is already 23. Roman Josi. Roman Josi signing rights. They don't want to budge. What about Alex Radulov on his own? Lazarus in 2/3, Matthias Oland, or Martinez a 3rd and a 4th. It was not bad either. Again, the Blake Wheeler blockbusters up in the air for the moment. Jeff Tambellini. Ottawa's trying to move Mike Hoffman. Again, he's okay. Boston ended up getting an 83 overall out of the deal. But he's not a real player, so I didn't lose. That's what I'm telling myself. Yeah, I don't think there's going to be any crazy prospects. Doesn't look like it. Yeah. Oh, do we trade Blake Wheeler to be able to draft Jeff Skinner? Carolina's offering the 13th. Yeah, it's the 9th overall pick, a 3rd rounder next year, and Patrick Maroon to be able to draft Jeff Skinner. But man, that freaking deal with Nashville, you know? That freaking deal with Nashville. The 28th Radulov in a 2nd. That's a really good return. I'm taking that deal from Nashville. I think that's too good to pass up. Now, let's go talk to Philly. Sorry to Blake Wheeler. He was great for us, but that's just too good of a trade to turn down. And now Philly, of course, says no trades found. Great. Are they going to take Jeff Skinner here? Maybe not. Let's see. Okay, St. Louis. Honey. Pal of mine. You want to trade that 10th? 38th overall, Marcus Johansson and Sami Vatanen for Jeff Skinner. That's a pretty good deal. And we kept the Nashville pick at the end of the round. I mean, Mojo is a 75 at 19. Vatanen's a 71 at 19. Both solid. But neither is Jeff Skinner. That's a done deal. That is a done deal. We are wheeling and dealing. And that will give us the ability with the 10th overall pick to select NHL ready Kitchener Rangers legend Jeff Skinner. There's no way he has big rig, by the way. There's no way. Let's pick up Jeff Skinner. I'm good with that. 80 overall, medium top 6. Again, the abilities, that's the big difference maker. That potential can go up. The fact he's NHL ready, lower ceiling, but we can develop him into a higher ceiling player. I'm good with this. Of course, he's a great skater, listed as a sniper, has a great wrist shot. Defensive physicality is almost non-existent, but... So, I mean, you think about all of those deals, and we'll take a look. So, it was Blake Wheeler for Radulov, a first and a second. And then, I mean, honestly, it works out, right? We move Blake Wheeler, Marcus Johansson, Sami Vatanen, and a second for Jeff Skinner, Alex Radulov, the 28th overall pick, and a second. I think that's a decent bit of business. I might be fooling myself. Who knows? I don't know anymore. But I feel like that's a decent bit of business. Thank you, Hulk, for the 43 months on the primer. And indeed, we'll never make the playoffs now. Ever.